Saga and Amulet on 1 is a very strong start, especially in Game 1. In Game 2, your opponent just 100% always has Force of Vigor. But in Game 1, whew, you're all set. Good to go. Fetch. Get that tap breeding pool. Staying above 18 is a relevant number for Scapeshift Valakut type shenanigans. Hello and welcome, guys. We are 3-0 right now. We're about to play match 4, but before then, if you haven't seen any of the previous videos, then you need to check out, at the very least, match 1, where I cover this deck list in detail, all the card choices and everything that you need to know. And, of course, in all the videos, I have links to match 1 in the description below, as well as links to the deck list via MTG Goldfish. So if that's something you're looking for, you can find that and much more in the comments, not in the comments, in the description below. If you want to leave a comment as well, I'm fine with that. I'm just going to say. But anyways, we are currently 3-0, like I said, and I'm super hyped to end this league 5-0. Guaranteed, basically. Like, come on. Anyways, let's hop in here for match 4. I shouldn't have said it was guaranteed, by the way, because now that just means we'll guaranteedly lose this match. Can't be that cocky, you know. We'll hop in here and play against Boros Burn. That's the plan. Who needs main board Radiant Fountain? We don't. On the play, love it. Play against STL Zach. All in caps, too. Whew, calm down. And we got a turn 1 Grazer. Double Summoner's Pack, not really pulling weight here. I don't know. This hand's weird. Because, like, we would rather this Relic just be straight up a land. We're probably going to be cycling it. Probably going to be cycling it to try to find a land anyways. And we can't play a 3-drop this upcoming turn because we'd have to pact for it, probably. So, this hand is kind of questionable. I think I'm inclined to mulligan it. Whew, we got a frog hand. It's happening, everybody. I mean, we're guaranteedly keeping this, right? And I think we have to keep all of our lands here. We could probably bottom the Sun home. Go turn 1, Saga, turn 2, Breeding Pool, turn 3, get a second Amulet to play either Frog or Titan, depending on what happens with our other cards. Probably worth it. Alright, goodbye, Sun home. Hardly missed ya. We'll let this resolve, play a Amulet on 1 and pass. Saga and Amulet on 1 is a very strong start, especially in Game 1. In Game 2, your opponent just 100% always has Force of Vigor. But in Game 1, whew, you're all set. Good to go. They suspend Search for Tomorrow. Oh, our opponent's playing the Red-Green TitanShift deck. I played that last week, so if you want to see that, then go ahead and check it out. Let's just throw a Breeding Pool into play here, tapped, and pass it back to our opponent. We can just Titan them next turn, or we could Frog them. Probably tightening them with double Amulet, and like, oh, we have the Vesuva in hand. That's kind of gross, actually, so we can't kill them if we Titan them. I wonder if there's a way to do our mana so that we can play Froghemoth and still haste. I think probably not. But, oh, we drew the 3rd Amulet? Never mind, our opponent's very, very dead. That's almost guaranteedly a kill, I'm pretty sure. So we get Amulet. We play Amulet, play Bounce Land, float 6. Play Titan, Simic T-West. Transmute, play second Titan. Do it again. Haste all 3 Titans. And we can activate Sunhome easily without even needing the Vesuva. Cool. Alright, opponent. I apologize, but this is just how the matchup goes. Let's get the classic triple Amulet. This is just how the matchup goes, right? Right? Totally normal things going on here. I can't believe I just said that. But regardless, it is the truth, opponent. You are just dead. I'm going to pick up the Breeding Pool and not float the mana from it, because that's just going to make it more complicated to do the combo thing. We'll have to pass the turn and hit OK when we have to leave the mana. Oh, don't want to get Saga. Hold on. I just misclicked the land. Gotta not let that happen. Unclick the Saga. There we go. T-West and Growth Chamber. Talking too much, apparently. But yeah, what I was going to say is, if we tap the Breeding Pool for a mana there, we'd end up having to say okay to letting the mana go when we pass out of this phase, and I'm just too lazy to do that, so sorry, not sorry. Way too lazy to do that. Admittedly, if we just got a second Titan to play, that would probably be enough, but, like, let's be honest. We can play 3 Titans and haste them all. We're absolutely playing 3 Titans and hasting them all. Ugh. How could you not like Amulet Titan with crazy sequences like this. I appreciate that our opponent is letting us go through the motions. Don't get to show this sequence very often on camera. The OGs, I guess you could say, of Amulet Titan call this the Squadron Titan, because each Titan is like a squadron hawk searching for another Primeval Titan, essentially, and letting you chain Primeval Titan into Primeval Titan. And of course, even if we had a third TOS, there would be no point in going for a fourth Titan here, because we only have 3 amulets, meaning we can only haste the 3 that we have in play, so we'll just go for the Garrison and the Stronghold here. So how's your day going? Mine's going pretty good so far. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I expect all of you are doing very well. Fran likes to put the circus sound effect in here when he's going off. Alright, let's swing. I'm pretty sure that's probably already lethal, but of course we're going to double strike all of these guys. It starts by getting none other than Selesnya Sanctuary and Gruul Turf, because easy. And, of course, the reason why we can do this is because we put our Sunhome in deck so we can search for it. We're going to float all the mana from these Gruul Turf and Sanctuary, and the second Titan gets Sunhome and literally nothing else, and we can just double strike all of our Titans, and our opponent's very dead. Extremely dead. Alright, against our opponent playing TitanShift. I feel like Swan Song is probably alright. They'll probably have things that we can counter, like ramp spells, or even things like Force of Vigor or something. Say we Swan Song those, that could be a huge game. So I like Swan Song. Ghost Quarter, on the other hand, I'm not a big fan of against TitanShift, because let's say that they go for a Scapeshift combo, they search for 7 lands and put a bunch of mountains and a Valakut in play. If they have even a single mountain in play, then Ghost Quartering them only gives them an extra Valakut trigger, and all the others still resolve if they have a basic mountain to search for. And if you Ghost Quarter the Valakut, then that actually doesn't do anything, because they already got the Valakut triggers on the stack, so they don't need the Valakut in play in order for their mountain triggers to resolve. So Ghost Quarter doesn't really do much against that. The only thing it does, I suppose, is cut them off of Garenbrig, but I don't think that's really relevant. What was going on here? It's like somewhat reasonable to bring in Dismembers and Foundation Breakers and Forces specifically for Dryad, but admittedly, most Scapeshift lists are only playing like 3 Dryads. I think maybe having a couple Dismembers for that is fine. Definitely not Foundation Breaker, I think. Maybe like Dismembers and a Force. I'm not super in love with it, though. And of course, in this matchup, which is all about speed, all we want to do is trim the cards that don't just straight up kill our opponent. Froghemoth, unfortunately, not getting the nod here. Relic of Progenitus, garbage. Cavernous Souls, they're not going to counter our stuff. So, what else? This is a matchup where I imagine Urza Saga is very good. It's kind of weak to our opponent having their own Force of Vigors, but, like, whatever. We can trim a Grazers. We don't want to flood on those. I also think we could trim a Summoner's Pact, but I don't love it. Maybe we trim an Explorer. I think that makes more sense. To be honest, it's possible Swan Song is not even good in this matchup, but like we can use this to counter a Summoner's Pact that they're casting to get Titan, or to counter a Scapeshift, or to counter an early ramp spell, or a Force of Vigor. Or I can think of all kinds of things that would actually be relevant to hit with a Swan Song, so I think it's probably worth it. And this hand's not particularly fast, so I'm going to mulligan it. This hand is significantly faster. We don't have the bounce land, but who needs it? We'll keep it. If our opponent kills our Amulet, it'll be kind of sad, actually, but... And goodbye, Sunhome. We saw what happened last time we put Sunhome on the bottom. Lead on turn 1 Valakut. Love it. Swan Song. Not bad. That'll protect our Amulet a little bit. We want to play Castle Garenbrig and then play Amulet with Swan Song up this upcoming turn, just so that we can't get, like, Force of Vigor or something. Or we could fetch to 19 and get a tap breeding pool, and then play Garenbrig. I think that's better than playing out the Amulet here, as we don't want it to just get exposed to, like, a Wilt or something. It's not going to stop us from doing anything next turn, as we wouldn't be able to play a 3-drop regardless. So here comes Sakura Tribelder. Yep. We'll go to Instep. Fetch. Get that tap breeding pool. Staying above 18 is a relevant number for Scapeshift Valakut type shenanigans. We'll play Garenbrig and Amulet, leaving the Swan Song up. Swan, I guess we don't want to yield here, just in case they do force, like, on instep. I don't see why they wouldn't just, like, untap and cast force, or do it during our upkeep, but it is possible. And I absolutely would Swan Song anything that I can that would interact with our Amulet, or maybe even just ramp them otherwise. Like, probably just Swan Songing anything here is good. Bounce Land lets us cast Titan, because we can pack for Azusa. They cast Explore. They have no other green mana, so yeah. I mean, literally any and everything I can Swan Song, I'm Swan Songing it here, so. Bounce Land off the top just lets us cast Azusa into Titan, using Garenbrig for the up to 6 mana. Don't have it, but that's okay. Ooh, if we play Saga here, we just get super got by Force of Vigor. So I think I'm going to decline to play the Saga and just play the Botanical Sanctum instead. And just pass. Should we pass, or are we supposed to pack for something? If we top deck exactly Bounce Land, we can just Titan them next turn. Otherwise, we're not doing anything next turn, but whatever. I don't think that guaranteeing that we can't cast our Titan this upcoming turn is going to be the right move. I guess we could have gone for Azusa, land, paid for pack, and still been able to cast Titan if we draw Bounce Land, but I just don't really see a reason to do that, so. Rex Sage. Well, it's a good thing that I wasn't holding Swan Song to try to stop them from killing our Amulet. Now I feel kind of dumb for not having Pacted, though, like for like a Azusa or something, but I guess we can play Saga and then just have Titan 2 turns from now, and have a token to make in between if we want to, or can't cast Titan or something. I don't know. We'll just see what happens here. Cavern. Not super relevant. Again, do we want to play Saga and expose ourselves to like another Rex Sage or something? Probably not. Probably not. I'm just going to play the Forest and pass. Who cares? We'll just resolve a Titan and try to do it the normal way. Titan will resolve. It might still be alive. It might not. It'll set up Valakut, and we can hopefully kill them with Dryad. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it would have been right to play Saga and just play into another enchantment hate effect, but I mean, I'm not scared about this clock at all, so. They have another land. They have Valakut. Okay. There's a Bounce Land. Alright. I think now let's see. If we play Saga, get Valakut and something else. I guess we kind of want to get Valakut and Vesuva, but we can't copy the Valakut as it's entering play from the Titan trigger. Vesuva has to copy something that's already in play. I guess we can copy their Valakut. Then we'll have 7 lands, so even if they kill the Saga, we'll still be able to get Valakut triggers with the Dryad, so it's probably fine. And if not, we can use Saga to make some things happen, and by that I mean some constructs, so. Yeah, let's just do the Titan thing. Unfortunately, we can't stop them from casting their own Titan if they have it. That might just be. I doubt it's probably like just straight lethal, but whatever. We're gonna Vesuva our opponent's Valakut, not our own because we can't. Luckily, our opponent has the best Valakut, the original Zendikar one. And next turn we'll go for Dryad and just see what we can do. They have Dryad. Yeah, that kills our Titan and lets them hold up the fetch. That is pretty problematic. Maybe we can top deck a Dryad or something. That way we can have double Dryad this turn and kill their Dryad and then probably be alright. We could just be dead to Scapeshift. Oh, no, we're actually just dead straight up. Okay, cool. Not gonna make our opponent fetch and show us. Yeah, I don't feel bad about that. Somehow we ended up playing a lot slower. Their Rex Sage to kill our Amulet was pretty devastating. We never drew. I guess all the spells we drew this game were Primeval Titan, Summoner's Pact, and Swan Song. I didn't even notice that. Interesting. Not that I'm complaining, really. Do we want to change anything? I don't really think so. Is Radiant Fountain good here just because it gets us either above 18 or keeps us above 18 for Scapeshift purposes? Maybe. I think it might be good for that reason particularly. I don't think it's right to trim Saga here, though. Could be wrong. We'll trim a Breeding Pool, I guess. Again, maybe Swan Song is not the move here. I don't know. Well, I'm just going to hit submit. On the play, we'll have the turn 2 double Amulet nut draw. No problem. And that's kind of close. Our map sets us up with a bounce land here. So, and if we top deck a bounce land, we just have a turn 2 Dryad. So, let's see, we go turn 1 Amulet, turn 2. Oh, we can't play the map and crack it. We'd have to play the map and then crack it. So this is like a turn 4 probably, but still probably worth it. Or we could just top deck the green bounce land off the top and be just A-okay. No problem. This Slayer Stronghold could be a problem if we draw exactly Vesuva. The fact that it's already in play. Other than that, though, we're probably alright. Would suck if our opponent just has turn 3 Rexage again. I guess they could have turn 2 Rexage, depending on if... No, they don't have a ramp spell on turn 1, probably. Well, there's a land. I think we still want to play the Garen Brig out here anyways, though. And we'll play our map and pass. No Force of Vigor yet. That's good news. They could have Wilt or Foundation Breaker here, and that would be annoying. Explore. I guess it wouldn't even be that annoying, depending on if we hit a land or not, because we could still play land Dryad. Okay. I think just going Sanctum, Dryad, Saga, and pass is going to be fine. If we map for bounce land, that doesn't really let us play a 3-drop this turn, so... And this gives them, like, a billion different targets to hit with Force of Vigor, so they have to pick and choose. We're going to be setting up another Amulet with our Saga very soon, so... We'll see what happens. If our opponent has Garen Brig, they could get a Titan into play this turn. That may not be good enough, though. Like, if they have land, Dryad, land, and they can hold up Fetch for Valakut triggers, that could be a problem. Like, if they go Valakut, Dryad, Valakut, that would be annoying. Rexage, probably not enough here. Getting the Amulet. I don't know, maybe that's enough. Any untapped land lets us just cast Titan. Another Amulet also lets us cast Titan, so that's cool. And we'll have to get Vesuva to copy the Stronghold, but that'll be fine. Right, we'll get Growth Chamber. We'll play it twice and then activate Garen Brig. I think we probably just want to keep the bounce land in hand here. I mean, we could always just pick up the Boros Garrison, I guess. We haste off of Garrison and Vesuva, attack, get Valakut, and, like, fetch land, I guess. Valakut and T-West, maybe? I don't know. I think I'm inclined to leave the Growth Chamber in play and pick up, I guess, the Garen Brig. We'll yield here. I guess we could attack, get Valakut, bounce land, second main phase play Azusa. I wonder how much damage that does. It doesn't change the fact that we're going to be hastening here off of Boros Garrison and Vesuva, though. That's not something that we can change, so... We can even just pick up the Vesuva, I suppose. Right, so that's going to be 8. We attack, get Valakut, another land. That's 2 triggers. We pick up something. We pack for Azusa, play it, play land, and that's another 1, 2, 3, 4 triggers from Valakut. I think our opponent is probably just dead this turn if they don't have Dismember, which they probably would have already cast by now if they had it. I guess they could have Bolt. So we attack for 8, and 5 Valakut triggers would be 15 plus the 8. That's easily more than enough to not have to attack with Dryad, so I'm not going to expose ourselves to Bolt. We get Valakut and a bounce land. We'll go with Sanctuary, because green and white is cool in my book. And we'll save these targets upstairs. We'll always yes the Valakut and always yield. And we'll pick up anything else. I guess just the Stronghold at this point. Combat damage. We'll pact. Get Azusa. We'll cast Azusa. We'll play Vesuva, copy Valakut. And the game's over. Cool. Pretty cool. So we are currently 4-0. Nice, nice, nice. Looking pretty good, I would say, for Amphibulet. And I have to admit, I actually quite like this list a lot. I think, ironically, the weakest card in the list is the Froghemoth, and we're already only playing one. But, I mean, I think this list has a lot of good things going for it. I think splashing blue in the sideboard could just be straight up fine. If you wanted to play, like, more Dismembers and Force of Vigors or something instead of Swan Songs, I think that's fine, too. That way you can shift the mana base a little bit, but the main board Relic has been great, in my opinion, and so has the main board map, if I'm being completely honest. I wouldn't want to play Amulet right now without this package of 1-mana artifacts. But, yeah, I'm going to save some of that evaluation for the 5th and final match here. I'm excited for it. Are you excited? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in match 5. This is Redface Menace, signing off.